Long Island man discovers he was switched at birth 60 years later. Why was it hidden for decades? Kevin McMahon of Long Island learned a painful revelation about his life after taking a DNA test. McMahon was born on May 26, 1960, at Jamaica Hospital in Queens, and grew up believing he was the McMahon's biological kid. However, decades later, he discovered that he had been switched at birth with another baby born minutes apart who also bore the McMahon surname. This stunning revelation emerged after McMahon's sister, Carol Vignola, submitted her DNA to Ancestry.com in 2020, only to discover that she had a different biological brother. Kevin's DNA test revealed that he was not linked to the family who raised him and was instead the biological son of a different couple. The other child, Ross McMahon, was delivered 45 minutes after Kevin in the same hospital. Both babies received the same last name and birth certificate numbers. They were unintentionally handed to the incorrect homes, resulting in Kevin's life of confusion and pain. Kevin admitted that growing up, he frequently felt out of place in his own family. Some relatives felt he was not their biological child, and the ongoing doubt and cruelty resulted in a miserable upbringing. Kevin's biological sister, Carol, noticed discrepancies in his appearance when they were younger. She pondered why Kevin looked so different from the rest of the family, all of whom had fair complexion and blue eyes, but Kevin had darker skin and brown eyes. This led her to wonder Kevin's genuine parentage, but her mother dismissed the idea. The truth was revealed in 2020, following Carol's DNA test, and it seemed like a missing piece of a puzzle to Kevin. It explained everything about why my childhood was the way that it was, Kevin told me. This finding was devastating for him, since it triggered years of emotional struggle. He fought to accept the truth, believing for many years that his entire existence had been a deception. He questioned his own identity and wondered who he really was. In January 2021, Kevin conducted his own DNA test and received the same findings, indicating that he was not genetically linked to the family that had raised him. He also discovered that he had a real brother, Keith McMahon, who was reared by Ross' biological parents. This discovery complicated Kevin's feelings as he realized that his genuine family had been right in front of him all along. Kevin admitted that growing up, he felt alienated from his father and grandma. His grandmother had frequently treated him severely, expressing partiality for his brothers. She even suspected Kevin's mother had cheated on his father because of his complexion. This resulted in a hard connection with his family, notably his father, whom Kevin described as distant and cold toward him. Looking back, Kevin concluded that his family's treatment of him stemmed from their long-held suspicion that he was not their biological kid. Kevin's father, who was attentive with his other children, kept him at a remove. Kevin's biological brother, Ross, received more attention and support from their father, and Kevin couldn't help but be resentful of him. Kevin's emotional journey was challenging. He had lived his entire life believing that he was a McMahon, only to discover that he was someone else's child. This discovery had a profound emotional impact on him, shattering his sense of self. He realized that the pain he experienced growing up was more than just familial dynamics, it was being in the wrong family altogether. After finding the truth, Kevin McMahon decided to sue Jamaica Hospital for the birth switch that occurred decades earlier. He filed a lawsuit demanding recognition for the hospital's error as well as compensation for his emotional distress and suffering. Kevin's lawyer claimed that the hospital failed to follow procedures correctly, turning what could have been a preventable tragedy into a lifetime hardship for Kevin. According to the lawsuit, this instance is not unusual, and as DNA testing becomes more frequently used, more such cases are likely to arise. Kevin hopes that his legal battle will raise awareness about the significance of accuracy in healthcare and prevent others from going through similar ordeals. Kevin McMahon's story is an upsetting reminder of the importance of accuracy in healthcare and the devastating impact that errors may have on people's lives. As DNA testing continues to expose secrets about people's true origins, more stories like Kevin's could emerge. Kevin seeks to make peace with his new identity and seek justice for the wrongs done to him. Despite the mental scars, he is ready to move on and enjoy his life knowing the truth.